you do know that the political season is heating up quite suddenly. Yesterday, we were greeted with the news of the resignation of former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, who sent in his resignation with immediate effect. He says he was writing to formally resign his membership from the People's Democratic Party with immediate effect. He says he would like to take the opportunity to express his profound gratitude for the opportunities he's been given by the party, serving 2 full terms as Vice President of Nigeria and being a presidential candidate twice. He says has been one of the most significant chapters of his life. He says as the founding father of this esteemed party, it is indeed heartbreaking for him to make the decision. Well, that's the letter written by Vice President Atiku Abubakar, GCON. Well, only this morning, we also received news that not only has the Vice President resigned, one of the aspirants on the platform of the PDP in the last presidential primaries of the party, Aide has also resigned as well. He sent his this morning saying, as a member of the PDP, he wishes to inform the chairman of his decision to resign from the political party, the PDP, with immediate effect as well. He says his reason is simple and straightforward. He says our party has been unarguably hijacked by anti-democratic forces from within and outside in broad daylight. It is therefore honorable to abandon the carcass of the party to them, while the majority of us earnestly sign up with the new coalition party known as the African Democratic Congress, the ADC. Well, that's a resignation of Aide who also made his resignation known in the wee hours of this morning. Well, quite a number of reactions have started to greet the resignation of these 2 gentlemen from the People's Democratic Party, because before now, people had wondered how the ADC was going to be made, whether it was going to be a coalition of people still within their political parties, and then, finding a grand coalition of sorts, with maybe a candidate from the ADC being the person that they'll support. But clearly, it has been shown now that members of the PDP who have left, who are in the ADC, are now saying, no, we are resigning. And we can see that has been done with immediate effect, starting with former Vice President Atiku Abubakar. Well, we're not looking at a number of reactions to this particular development. And joining us in our studios this morning is Mr. Larry Olayinka, who is the SSA Public Communication to FCT Minister Wike. You're welcome to Sunrise Early this morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Thanks for having me here again.
We're also expecting the Special Advisor Comms and Strategy to the PDP presidential candidate, Mr. Frank Schreiber, and we're hoping that he will join us shortly. But this is the news that we have now received. It does appear that stalwarts of the PDP are leaving, people that you would ordinarily consider heavyweight. And when you look at the letter of someone like Mr. Dele Momodu, who says, it is therefore honorable to abandon the carcass of the party to them, while the majority of us earnestly sign up with the new coalition party. I don't know how this greets you.
Well, my first reaction yesterday was that Atiku Abubakar leaving PDP, to me, is good riddance to bad rubbish. Good riddance to bad rubbish. It is like the Hausa people will say, Shegobe. Yes, and one thing I would have also loved to see in the reportage from the media yesterday was that it should have been stated that the headline should have been Atiku Abubakar leaves PDP again. It should have been he left PDP again, because he has been leaving since 2007. He has been leaving. So if he chooses to leave now, fine. Then the party can now begin to look at itself and bring itself together again. Unfortunately, it is too late, because like I've said many times, Atiku Abubakar happened to be like the weapon fashioned against the PDP. Again, you also said stalwart of the PDP, heavyweight of PDP, And you referred and you mentioned Aredele Momodu. I beg. How is Aredele Momodu a big wig? A big wig in the PDP? Somebody who joined the PDP in 2022.
You do not imagine that when people at least aspire to be president on the platform of the PDP.
Anybody can aspire to be president. If you aspire to be president, you did not have a single vote. How are you now a big wig? Can Dele Momodu win his polling unit? A lot of people are even now beginning to, it is today that he resigned, that people are now beginning to know that he's from Edo State. People don't even know. People don't know that he's from Edo State.
Maybe because he's been able to build such a national following.
Because he has national following doing a photo book, national following publishing a photo album.
What is wrong with that?
Following? No, what I'm saying is that he's a good publisher of photo book. But I don't subscribe to this idea of referring to him as chieftain of a political bigwig. How? As how now? How can Dele Momodu be political bigwig? Can he win his? I mean that I'm talking to you. I've contested primary before. At least I've contested election in PDP. I contested primary for House of Rep. I won. And I contested election for House of Rep. I had more than 10,000 votes, at least.
Mr. Olayinka, I'm a little concerned because, you know, one would think that when we have a party in power, there's a party in power. The APC is currently in power. Opposition parties, what they normally try to do is wrest power from the party in power. That's what they try to do. Yeah. And we've seen over the years that for anyone to be able to wrest power from the from a ruling government or from a ruling party, it is usually very incumbent upon the opposition to come together, as was done in 2013 to 2014, to be able to wrest power from the PDP in 2015. Do you think that this factionalization or this fractionalization we see within the ranks of the opposition will get them anywhere come 2027?
You see, bringing people together in politics is like also bringing apples together. When you have like 100 apples in a basket, the moment one of the apple gets spoiled, and you don't remove that one out of the 100, that one will infect the remaining 99, and the 99 will get spoiled.
Who's the bad apple here?
It's Atiku Abubakar.
You're sure he is the bad apple, not your principal?
He is, and let me because one of the problems we have in this country is that most of us are not students of history. In 2003, PDP's effort to win Lagos State was frustrated by Alhaji Atiku Abubakar when he was vice president. And that was how anti-party started in PDP. In 2018, you can Google it, when he went to Lagos, he personally apologized for the role he played in frustrating the effort of the PDP to win Lagos State in 2003. Now, look at it. If PDP had taken Lagos State then, look at the effect. That is 2003. In 2007, Atiku Abubakar holds the records of the first Nigerian as vice president, sitting vice president, that went to another party while still holding the mandate of the PDP as vice president. He went and formed Action Congress with the other people, and he contested as presidential candidate of Action Congress 2007, even as a sitting vice president, holding the mandate of the PDP. In 2014, it was this same Atiku Abubakar that led the rebellion that pulled down the PDP, that took PDP out of power. When he went to APC and he could not get the ticket of APC, he said a lot of unprintable words on PDP. You can check Google, it is there. Now, the same Atiku Abubakar came back to PDP in 2017. Now, because he has seen that, because the only thing that interests Alhaji Atiku Abubakar is to be president of Nigeria. And I begin to wonder, is it that whether a doctor prescribed presidency to Alhaji Atiku Abubakar so that if you don't become president, something will happen to you? Because that is the way it is. In 1993, let me also say this. In 1993, when Alhaji Abubakar contested for the ticket of SDP in 1993, a lot of us, they will tell us that after the first ballot, that he came third, and there was supposed to be a runoff election between MK Abiola and Babagana Kingibe. That Atiku Abubakar supported MK Abiola. That is, and they will tell us that, oh, because he's a Democrat, he only wants the best for this country. And the issue is this. At the first election, primary of SDP, MK Abiola had 3,617 votes to come first, followed by Kingibe, followed by Atiku. Atiku, who had 2,066 votes. Now, the runoff between Abiola and Kingibe, Atiku said he supported Abiola. And Abiola in the runoff election had 2,683 votes. So what happened to Atiku's 2,066 votes? Meaning that he did not support Abiola at that time. So the only thing that is important to Alhaji Atiku Abubakar is Atiku and Abubakar. Every other thing, the moment he's in this party, he cannot get ticket to contest, he moves to another party. And let me also say this.
There is freedom I think within any party.
Write this one down. After this experiment in their coalition, which I call coalition of confusion, he will still leave that coalition and probably come back to PDP as he has been doing.
We'll wait and see about that. But, you know, a number of people will say that this, you know, people have freedom of association. And what has happened in the PDP, especially since the primaries that led up to the 2023 elections, have primarily, you know, would I say, come down to two people, you know, Vice President Atiku Abubakar and also the current FCT Minister, Aide. The minister has not minced words when he said that he plans to chase some people out of the party before now. And so people are saying, and not only has he chased them, if you really confirm that is what he has done, and
that is correct.
As a result of he's staying in the party, putting one leg in the APC and refusing to leave the PDP alone is the reason why these people are saying that there is no way there can be a credible contest against the APC come 2027 or even moving forward, as long as Minister Wike decides that he is going to continue to support the APC, especially the candidacy of Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
Let me correct this impression. The minister is not putting one leg in APC. His two legs are in PDP. There is difference between serving in government and politics. And Wike is not the first to serve in a government from another party. Late Bola Ige was Attorney General under the PDP government of Obasanjo now.
Yeah, but there are those who say that that kind of, you know, conversation should have happened with the leadership of the PDP, but not with individuals within the PDP.
When he was offered the appointment, he wrote to the leadership of the PDP and they gave him go ahead. He wrote to them, he informed them. You see, the problem with us is that we're always looking for a fall guy. Number one, would PDP have been out of power if Atiku did not rebel against the party in 2014? When Atiku left in 2014 and PDP lost power, who was the person holding PDP? Who was the force behind PDP then? It was this same Wike. It was this same Wike that Atiku that did not let PDP collapse that time. Now, the same person that collapsed the house of PDP came back. In 2023 rather, everybody, the governors of this country, southern governor met and said, presidency should be zoned to the south. PDP set up a zoning committee. While the zoning committee was still meeting, Atiku rushed to obtain nomination form to twist, to force a fait accompli on the committee. The issue is this: if Atiku had respected that principle of zoning. Buhari spent 8 years from the north. Naturally, the president should go to the south. Today, the same Atiku contested against Buhari in 2019. The same Atiku has been in Daura. He could not even wait for the 7 days money period of Buhari to end before making political decision. That is not. I don't understand why somebody would be so desperate to this extent. A president of Nigeria died from your own geopolitical zone. A Muslim like you.
Do you know if he had already planned to resign before the president died?
Even if you had planned to resign, the minister of FCT was in Benin on Sunday to commission a project on Monday. He was already in Benin before the news of the president death came. The commissioning was cancelled. That is how to show empathy. But me, I've seen somebody, like I said, his only interest is how to be president.
Mr. Lanka, let me ask you, I mean, because as someone who I'm unclear as to if you're still in a political party, you did say that you were in the PDP.
I'm in the PDP.
Oh, you are in the PDP. So yes. Let me ask you, as somebody who is in the PDP, you know, how do you see this 2027 elections going to be conducted with all of these big wigs now leaving the PDP, Vice President? If you say that Aide Momodu doesn't have, doesn't have the strong...
That's better, remove him from the big wigs.
I'm just saying that, assuming you say that, I mean, that is what you're saying, but you certainly cannot dismiss Atiku Abubakar, and you know that he certainly has his own following. How do you see this elections going to be contested in 2020? How do you see the PDP, politics, your party, going to the elections in 2027?
In politics, a political party is not just about contesting presidential election. We've had parties in this country. Aide, Alliance for Democracy, started by holding the Southwest. From Aide to Action Congress. From Action Congress to Action Congress of Nigeria. From Action Congress of Nigeria to APC. Now that political arrangement in coalition with other political parties is in power now. So the situation of PDP, except we want to deceive ourselves. Me, I'm a realist. I don't believe that somebody can get to Iteba without having gari and boiling water. Me, I don't believe that. Today, PDP has been so destroyed, damaged by this one man, Alhaji Abubakar, Atiku Abubakar. He's now gone. The first thing I want to say is that when highly spirited member of PDP comes together now to rebuild the party, Atiku Abubakar should not come back after he has failed in this his new political journey, because he's going to fail as he has been failing. So what I believe is that PDP should now begin to put his house in order. It might not be necessarily to make a good showing next year, but 2027, because it is very close now.
Clearly, it is not about 2027.
It shouldn't be.
We'll see about that. I mean, we'll certainly be watching political development, and we'll, of course, be waiting to hear from other members of the People's Democratic Party. We've seen that of the...
We begin to hear. And we also begin to hear from those who are doing coalition.
Yeah, some people will say that this is the beginning. This is the beginning of the resignation of the gale that we might see.
Let people, let the bad eggs live. For instance...
You're calling them bad eggs?
Yes!
In spite of all the weight that they carry.
For instance, one of those...
Mr. Lanka, I'm afraid we don't have a lot of time.
Listen, let me just say this. One of those who are telling us that they are doing coalition is from Kogi State. He's doing coalition now. He was a candidate of PDP, governorship candidate. On the day of his election, he was in his house doing the social media content. He did not even come out to vote for himself. Somebody who did not vote for himself in his own election is the one that is talking about coalition.
Who are you referring to?
I'm talking about Dino Melaye.
Okay. I'm sure that Senator Dino Melaye would respond in due course. But Mr. Mlira Olayinka, we have to thank you very much for coming in this morning. We certainly look forward to further developments from the PDP, your party, and also your minister as well. We have to thank you very much.
We'll always be here.
Thank you.
We'll always be here.